Hey everyone, welcome to the channel once again. We are going to be reviewing the YouTube comments from last week. I know last week was a bit of a shorter week because of the Easter holiday and Good Friday and all that, but we are going to just proceed and read some comments from each video, and it's going to be a little bit shorter this time. We're just going to blitz through them like an Omnimon would do or something like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you want to be in these videos, leave a comment and you might get in. We'll start with Megadramon. This is why I hate getting paid every 2 weeks. I wanted to buy those Vs last week, but I was broke, and now they're too expensive. So I had this problem in my life, 10 years ago, I want to say. Back when I lived, paycheck to paycheck, and I wasn't as financially responsible as I am today. So I can relate to this on a spiritual level. The advice that I can give you is start saving your money, or start working more. That way you can do these things, like buy VMons before it's too late. They will come back down in price, so it's not a big deal. You're not missing a lot, if you ask my opinion. But just for good financial health and clarity, always strive to make more money somehow, and always strive to save money whenever you can. Using those tools, you'll be able to, secure yourself some good financial habits. And when it comes time, you really want to buy yourself some VMons, you can go ahead and do that because you have extra money to do that with. So I'll leave you with that very pleasant financial lesson. We have Jamoose05 here. 1 Crimson equals 1 Dunkin' Coffee per day. What a beautiful thing. Also, beginning your video, I'm sure you meant Ukamami said VMons. Oh, sometimes I make mistakes like that. That's okay. And a few people commented on my Crimson Dunkin' analogy, saying, the Dunkin's way more than the Crimson. You're crazy. And after reviewing the prices, you are right. Especially the drink that I drink, I should have known. Like, oh my god. You need 2 Crimson Blazes to enjoy one of those Dunkin' drinks that I like to drink. However, I think the metaphor did its job. You could sell your bulk right now for quite more than what bulk usually sells for, which is like 25-50 cents a card, and get some value out of your Crimson Blazes. That was the lesson that was intended to be there. We have Sacking 200. We're just going to skip Omnimon's Wart defeat Silver Alt Art. It's over 100 on TCG Player. And then someone comments, I mean, only one person has been dumb enough to buy it at these prices so far. I will never cover everything on a market watch. Some things okay, 99% of the time, it's intentionally by design. We don't need to pay attention to every single random buyout that happens in between market watches. We don't have to. I don't. I intentionally sometimes exclude certain buyouts because it's cap, as the kids say nowadays. So yeah, that's important. That's good. We have Soldier First Class. Driving to work, listening to your video after I hear my name about me driving to work and listening to your video. LOL, thanks for the response, Mario. Great video as always. Well, you're welcome. Glad you enjoyed that. And Light Skis says, wacky waving inflatable tube man. This is a reference I've heard before in terms of I'm the wacky waving inflatable tube man for the Digimon market, because people do like to think that I have some kind of omniscient control over the Digimon card game market, which is hilarious. And I know who this guy is, and I am not going to deprogram anyone's mind or change anyone's mind. Maybe I am. Maybe some people, aren't too far gone or are open to reason and a logical conversation, and some people's mind will be changed, and some people are just going to be the way they are. But this guy's okay because he's a YouTube member, so I don't really care too much. Speaking of YouTube members, Marshall Lee took a shot every time Mario mentioned YouTube members, and typing this with severe alcohol poisoning will bill Mario for the inevitable stomach pumping. Imagine, just be a YouTube member. Everything's going to be fine. We have here Royal Blue 93. I appreciate the diversity in content recently. It shows a commitment to grow the Digimon community as a whole. As much as 7 Demon Lords ran the meta for the first couple of weeks, looking at the results another Digimon content creator puts together weekly, it seems like it was mostly a case of the new shiny thing, not necessarily terror the meta. Like you pointed out, Madden X and Yellow Vaccine Dominion are the current and rising threats in the meta. Makes for an interesting case of which set is going to be more defined in BT6 or EX06. Seems like the decks that got massive support in BT16 are outperforming those decks that came out and were supported in EX06. And I just gave him a nice little, I love the comment, and it's true. And I'm glad that he enjoys the diverse content because we are trying to do new things on this channel, and the channel is continuing to grow. We're not abandoning Digimon, so we're not doing that. So we gotta try some new things. Gotta make some more Mario-ish content, the content I want to make. But it is a good lesson. Will BT16 just dominate the meta for a while? Kind of like how BT9 cards still see a lot of play today. You know what I mean? Will BT16 warp the format like BT9 did? Maybe, but time will tell, right? We don't know how powerful the next sets after that are going to be. We just don't know. So we'll have to take everything by case basis, which is always the smartest thing to do. Guys, really good insights, Mario. And yeah, I like videos where I can just listen and the visuals are just extra instead of mandatory to get the point across, which is what I was trying to do with the Demon Lord video, which is good. Also, guys, I don't know if you've noticed this as I'm reading your comment, but your little YouTube member notification is gone. So what's happening here is that YouTube members, that didn't subscribe for like a month, like a month-by-month resub or recommitment or whatever, anyone will lose their YouTube membership if they don't continue to pay the $3 fee. We've just been a month old with YouTube memberships at this point in time. And I want to thank everyone that has supported me in the first month of YouTube memberships. It's a really nice thing. So maybe he just willfully canceled his membership, which would be sad and depressing. Maybe he'll remember to do it now and do it. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess, at some point. We have Lost Love File TCG. This is a good idea, especially knowing the next year we have a simultaneous release and we have to keep an eye on both metas. I think a video... Okay. I'm going to counterpoint that comment. I think a video like this is less effective once the unity happens. I'll explain why. Because Japanese content creators right now, they live in a world where they're ahead of the time. Therefore, they're able to make amazing content. I don't know. Amazing content's a bit of a stretch. They're able to make content that has access to being ahead of the game, whereas we here in North America are subject to content after Japan gets it. We're basically sloppy seconds, for lack of better terminology here. So I don't know if this video is necessarily a good idea once we're unified. It'll be a different kind of video. It would be like, okay, here's what's doing well in North America. Also, here's what's doing well in Japan. Let's compare and contrast. And we can do that under multiple vacuums. One could be the ban list. One could be, if they're still separate, you know what I mean? Sometimes Japanese ban lists are, they hit the cards right away, where the TCG in North America, they get the hits a little bit later. You know what I mean? There's that. There's also best of one versus best of three. And that actually makes a difference in metas because you're building your best deck for a best of one to win games ASAP, to get things over with, or to control the board so hard that you couldn't possibly lose a game. And that's how that works. As opposed to best of three, you can afford a little bit of variance because it's best 2 out of 3. So this will change a little bit as time goes on. But until then, we're doing okay. We have here user unpronounceable name. Yoshi plus Mario would have been a dream team for Digimon World Finals. I agree. And I have nothing else to add to that comment. I think it would have been really cool. Rena, 645 note a blue card. The activate top 5 cards to evolve effect practically becomes unwiffable as soon as the Scramble promos gets released. I mean, that's true. And we'll see if the blue card reacts to Scrambles in TCG when we get them. If you believe that the market will react to blue card and Scrambles, then you should probably buy your max rarity blue cards and invest in it. I'm not sold yet, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen because I don't actually manipulate the market like some people seem to think. There are cards that go up in price that I've never really discussed because that's just the nature of the game. It's kind of how it goes. So yeah, if you think that blue card is the way, you should definitely invest in it and you can make money off of it eventually. High Score Chef. These market watches are my Saturday morning cartoon equivalent of excitement. Always looking forward to them. You'll love to see comments like that. We have here Royal Blue again. Would love to see you keep doing these. I know Rizu does them, but I don't feel he provides good insight to the decks, why certain cards are played in the decks. I tend to respect your opinion on these things more. This is a multi-layered comment, and I'm going to address all the layers, but I want to read the next 2 comments first, because they're pertaining to the same video, which is me going over the Oceania top 16 deck lists for that regional. We have Uprising. For what it's worth, Divas are a rough matchup for Levia. True. Sort of. Kind of depends on the build. And Chunis Mech. Yo, Mirage player here. I appreciate the kind words and showing our top 16 breakdown. Keep up the Digimon content, our new Eggman. Yeah, okay. So let me go back to the multi-layered analysis here. A competitive Digimon player should be the one to do this analysis. A competitive... Okay, let me phrase this differently. Because I didn't script this. I'm just going to try to get my thoughts out in the least insulting and demeaning way possible while being objective and truthful about everything. In competitive sports, esports, games, what have you, whenever you have people commenting on placements of anything, it can be soccer, it can be a League of Legends, it can be Magic the Gathering, you know what I mean? Usually, the people that go over the top placements of those particular items have a competitive and extremely knowledgeable background that makes their opinion as good as gold. They're able to provide proper commentary and analysis that the people watching can actually use and benefit from in the future. That's the whole point of organizations going over their top cuts and all top placements or whatever you want to call it, depending on what you're referring to. This is why I kind of jumped on the train. Digiburst messaged me everything before I even woke up on a Sunday morning. So, I didn't really have a say in the matter. I just did it because everything was there. And Digiburst knows, and a lot of people in the community know, that I know my shit. And they would rather hear it from me than, I guess, a whole bunch of other people that could be listed alternatives. I will give credit to where credit is due. Eggman had that relationship, still has a relationship. That's why he was doing the Digimon ones for so long, because he had the connections. Now, was the insight actually good? Different people have different opinions on that, and I'm not going to comment on that. But the reason that he had it was because of the relationships he was able to make with the TOs and Bandai. And now that's trickled down. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's usually always, not 100% of the time, but usually always the same people doing the same things for all the Bandai games, especially with Digimon now. It's usually Digipanda and Rizu. Yes, well, that's correct. And they're with the Eggman up there. They're little triangle there, little something there, and that's okay because sometimes the world is made on connections. You don't get where you are sometimes in the world without connections. Sometimes you have to be connected to get the honey. That's just how it goes. You don't necessarily have to be the most skilled person in the room. In some cases, you can actually be the least skilled person in the room or bottom quartile. But if you know and you have the connections, that doesn't matter. So, Royal Blue here, one of my YouTube members, was one comment that basically said the same thing. And I even heard about it on Twitch streams after the fact and messages on Discord and Facebook after the fact saying, thank you so much for actually covering Australia, and thank you for actually providing meaningful analysis on the tops. I can't tell you how many messages I got. Dozens. And, you're welcome, because I know my stuff. I'm a 2-time Digimon champion with at least a dozen other tops besides that. And I haven't done anything this year because, trying to get into events, plus my hectic schedule, and I'm working a lot, and trying to grind that money, and trying to do other things, and trying to live a life. It's been harder this year to play in events. Yeah, that's fine. However it goes, that's okay. But people know at the end of the day, yeah, this Mario guy knows. He knows. Now, is that going to matter? No. Because unless people are sending me their deck lists way before they send the Eggman, who will put them on the website, there's no point in doing the analysis because people can just look at the website and then the video's views would just tank in value, and that's not an experience I want to deal with. The YouTube algorithm's already been hard enough on this channel. I don't need an extra barrier of entry, so to speak. So I will put out my position that if anyone wants me to do a video like this, just send me the decks, send me the people's names and all that, and send me the event and the size and the breakdown and all that, and I'll do a video. I'll do it. I don't really care. As long as I'm the first person with that information, I can do it properly without being bamboozled by the YouTube algorithm. And I have no problem doing that because I know I do it well, and it falls in line with the content I want to make on this channel going forward, which is more informational based content, more discussion based content, analytical content. Yeah, and I think that will do for today. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below, and I will see you next time. Bye.